Good morning, folks. If you are one of our regular viewers, then you know that we've been having an issue with the trailer brake on our new Chevy Silverado for a couple of months now. If you've just stumbled onto this because you're having that same issue, I'm going to talk about what the issue is. It's a Chevrolet issue. I'm going to talk about what the issue is so that you have that information, and then I'll go into how we are possibly going to solve this issue and how we've got to the point of knowing what the issue was. So the second dealer that we took our truck to did some deep digging and found a service bulletin that was released on June 28 of 2023. And that service bulletin reads, so it's applicable to Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD and 2500 HD and 3500 HD vehicles, as well as GMC Sierra 2500 HDs and 3500 HDs in the 2024 model year. The condition. Some customers may comment that the trailer brakes are disabled. Some technicians may find DTCs related to the trailer brakes in the trailer brake control module, or TBCM. The cause. This condition may be caused by the solar panel battery charger or generator on the customer's trailer. If the trailer battery becomes fully charged and has a higher charge than the vehicle battery, it can backfeed into the trailer brake power module and cause it to shut down. The other information they give is, and this is their possible solution to this, disable the trailer solar charger or generator. They go on to say, if unsure how to do this, consult with the trailer manufacturer or trailer dealer. I'll have a little more information on that in a minute. And then it says General Motors is working on a correction for this. The bulletin will be updated when a new part is available. Okay, so we got this bulletin 2 weeks ago. I have been contacting Chevrolet or contacting General Motors to see if there is a solution. There is no solution yet, and today is, hold on, let me go to my phone here so I give you the right date. Today is Monday, July 24th. Okay, so how did we discover this issue? So we bought our Chevrolet Silverado, our 2500 HD, in May of this year before we left San Diego. We left San Diego to go on a cross-the-country trip to Helen, Georgia, and then since then we've been working our way up the East Coast. This happened as the first time we pulled the trailer after plugging it into this truck. We immediately noticed that the trailer brake was connecting and disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting. On our first stop in Tucson, Arizona, I went in, checked all of the pins on the pigtail. I noticed that one of the pins was bent, and so I thought maybe that was the issue. I sprayed some contact cleaner in it, cleaned it all out, put a little bit of dielectric grease in there, plugged it in. That continued to happen. This connecting and disconnecting, connecting and disconnecting happened all the way across the United States. We took it to a dealership in North Carolina who first diagnosed it as an issue with the trailer brake controller and replaced the trailer brake controller. That didn't solve it. When we were in DC, we took it to a dealer in Rockville, Maryland. They're the ones that found this tech bulletin on what the issue is. So I'm pretty convinced that that's what the problem we have is, because now that we know what the issue is, we've discovered that if we're pulling this trailer on a cloudy day, we don't have very many disconnects. However, if we pull it on a bright sunny day, it connects and disconnects all day long. So I'm sure it has to do with this solar charge controller issue. Now, as for Chevy's solution for this, to disable the solar charge controller, we pull an Imagine 2500 RL. It's a Grand Design trailer. So I called Grand Design and they told me that they absolutely will not advise me on how to disconnect the solar charge controller. And then they advised me to contact GM because this is a GM problem. Now, when I contact GM, you know exactly what they're telling me. Contact the trailer manufacturer to find out how to disconnect your solar charger. So basically, we are now in the infernal litigation avoidance loop is what I'm referring to it as. Neither one of these companies want to tell me how to do anything because of possible litigation, right? Possible liability. All right, so what do I think my solution is? Well, aside from GM fixing the problem, I think the only solution is to put some sort of a disconnect or some sort of a circuit breaker between the solar panel and the charge controller so that I can disconnect that solar panel from the charge controller so we don't get this overcharge fault. Herein lies the rub. Will that void the warranties on my Imagine trailer? I don't know. So my next step is to contact contact Grand Design and ask them if I do that, will it void any of my warranties? All right, so that's where we're at on our trailer brake connect and disconnect issue. If you own a Silverado or a Sierra and you are experiencing this as well, I'm going to put a link down in the show notes to contact the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration, which is what I've done to report this issue, because hopefully that will push GM along on solving this issue, because it's a safety issue. I have noticed that while we're traveling, if I depress the foot brake, the trailer brakes will eventually engage. But if I manually apply the trailer brakes with that trailer brake module, they won't engage if it's disconnected. So yeah, this is a safety issue. All right, that's what's going on with our trailer brakes. We'll see you on the next show.